Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the Broom Brothers, the official podcast of the curling group in the Grand Slam of curling. This is Chattin with a Captain, number 5. John Cullen with you, and pleased to be joined by the captain of Canada 1, Rachel Homan. Hi, Rachel.
Hi, how are you?
I am wonderful. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me.
This is take 2. We got interrupted by a truck in your backyard.
Yeah, and now a dog.
And now a dog. I mean, that's nice, though. It's nice to have Zoe here for the interview. I feel like she's very polite and is just chilling out with us.
She is, yeah.
Aww.
So look. She looked the wrong way. She's looking for food.
I'll bring some next time. I feel like I screwed up. But next time I will bring food for Zoe, and that is a John Cullen promise. Okay, Rachel, this is the first time I've ever had you on a non-panel pod before. So I'm going to run you through the top 4. I'm going to give you 4 quick questions. You're going to give me the first answer that pops into your head, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Who is someone you have never played with before that you would most like to?
That's a tough one.
I feel like that's the easiest one. That's why I put it first.
Alina, I guess. Like, we played together for fun, but not like real.
Yeah, okay. Play together for real, you and Alina. I like that. If both sets of rocks are good, you know that there's no problem with either one. What color are you taking?
Red, I guess. We won most recently with red. Our last game, I think we won with red. There
you go. What can't argue with that. Which city do you like playing in the most that's not your hometown?
Calgary's been pretty good to us, so probably Calgary.
World Women's this year as well, so maybe it'll continue being good. And finally, how would your bitterest rival describe you?
I don't know. My bitterest rival. I don't know. I got nothing.
Nothing at all?
They probably wouldn't like me, so they'd probably say I like never have fun and don't smile, I guess.
Is that true? Is that true? You never have fun?
Yeah, it's probably the polar opposite of who I am, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean that's true. You and I have had a lot of fun this year. I didn't necessarily like plan on talking about this on the pod, but I feel like usually when I have people on the pod, I bring up like something slightly embarrassing about them to like ask them about, can I surprise you with something that you wouldn't expect to be asked about? But unfortunately, I feel like I have to bring up something slightly embarrassing about myself.
Oh man, bring it up, eh?
Well, I figure we should talk about it. The wine incident.
Are you gonna like put the picture over, like, I don't know what that's called, but like insert picture and like zoom in?
We can insert the picture and zoom in. Yeah. Do you want to explain to the listeners what the hell I'm talking about? Because this was really a really rough moment for me in my life.
I feel like it was long-winded. We bet on, I don't know, a result, a friendly bet, a joke. This team is, I don't know. You thought they were not going to win a game, and I said, no, they'll do well. And I don't know what was on the line, like a hot chocolate for you, and
yeah, you had to hand deliver a hot chocolate to me in the broadcast booth if I won, and if you won, I owed you an expensive bottle of wine.
Yeah, you were being a negative Nancy about a team, and I was defending them. And in so, I won the bottle of wine because I was right. They did better than you thought. They performed better than you thought. And so you sent me a picture of 2 bottles of wine and said, which one do you want?
Yeah.
And it was in your hotel room.
Yeah.
So I zoomed in to see what the wine labels were. And in doing so, like, wine bottles are made of glass. Not something that you realized, I guess, as a non-drinker.
Yeah, I have no idea what wine bottles are made of.
Glass is reflective. I think thankfully you were wearing underwear, but that's about it.
Well, yes.
Worse. It could have been way worse.
It could have been way worse.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then you're also conveniently leaving out the part of the story where you're like, don't worry, I won't show anyone. And then I came to the arena and there's a long escalator to get up to the arena in Toronto. And as I'm coming up the escalator, you and your entire team burst out laughing as I slowly come up the escalator. I was like, well, I guess Rachel showed the picture to her entire team.
They were with me when I saw it, and I like gasped and died laughing, dropping my phone. And then I just sent the screenshot to my team, obviously, because they were out of the loop. So, yeah.
Oh God, that's tough. Was the wine good at least?
I don't remember. Probably. Probably fine. Probably fine.
Yeah, it was probably the most embarrassing moment of my year, I would say. So
it was a bad one for sure.
Yeah,
it could have been worse, but it was a bad one. Yeah.
Could have been worse. That was my first reaction when you sent me the zoomed in part of the photo. I said, at least I was wearing pants. That was my my first reaction. Yeah, not my finest moment. Last year you were given the key to the City of Ottawa. Have you tried to open anything with it yet?
I tried. A few alarms went off. It didn't work. It didn't pan out the way I thought it would. So I just put it up on a wall instead.
That seems like bullshit that it doesn't actually open anything. You can't go where you want to.
Yeah, I think it's more the symbolic meaning, less so the real key, sadly.
If it did open anything in Ottawa, what would you use it to open?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
Yeah, maybe some like super secret things at Parliament.
That's true, actually. The key to the city in Ottawa.
Good one.
Yeah, that is a good point. That is a lot of power. You might have some like international like agencies knocking down your door.
Yeah, like CSIS is there, I think. So could probably open some doors there and get some good intel.
I feel like you'd be good. You'd be like a good CSIS agent. I feel like your poker face is very strong.
Yeah, I actually applied to CSIS like way back in the day. But
did you actually?
They didn't accept me. No. Win some, lose some.
Hey,
I love that.
Sometimes you're shirtless in a wine bottle. Other times you're getting rejected from CSIS. It happens to everyone.
I know. I think that would have been my calling if I wasn't a curler.
I think so too, actually. I think you would legit be so good at it.
Thanks.
And you're a little scary.
Yeah, I needed some intimidation factor. Right?
Yeah, 100%.
I think you have to be like I don't know, not recognizable to be.
So is this you saying you're too famous to be a CSIS agent?
No, but like if you're walking around trying to do surveillance and someone's like, "Hey, can you sign this?" It's not ideal. I think you get fired.
That's true. But then that could be like an undercover. Like you've actually just gotten this good at curling as a CSIS agent.
In my cover, yeah. Nobody would suspect I'm spying on them. That's good.
Yeah, that is really good. And you travel to a bunch of countries for curling, so you can.
All right, I'll reapply.
Let's do it. Let's get in there. I think it'd be good for you. I want to talk a little bit about your off-season training because I've been interviewing all these captains from different countries. Everybody has a different method of doing it. Are you back on the ice yet? What does your off-season training look like? When are you kind of gearing up to go?
Did you take detailed notes of all the other countries for us?
I did, yeah. Or you could just listen to the podcasts.
I'll take your notes. Yeah, I was on the ice this week, actually. I think Salvo got ice on Thursday and just got back from kind of family vacation. And yeah, it feels good to be on the ice and excited to be back at it.
Yeah, no kidding. Is that early for you? Because I feel like there are Canadian teams who are still like, yeah, I don't want to see the ice in August.
Yeah, normally we're a few weeks later, just first, the season is different, right? Like you are more trying to peak later in the season for the Scotties and Worlds and that. Hey, buddy.
Are we getting a guest appearance from one of your children on here?
On this podcast.
Yeah. This is loose. This is what happens when we record at night. We got dogs, we got kids. Hey, Riot.
It's because that's not running with me yet.
Okay, I'll be in there in a minute, okay, buddy?
No, but I can't wait.
Okay, I'll be in there in a minute, buddy. Okay. Say hi to John.
Hi.
Hey, Rye, what's up, dude?
I think I saw him on the ice.
You saw him on the ice?
Yes, you did, because in Nisku, you were kind of running in between the sheets. You were going crazy.
You remember him? Yeah. Okay, I'll be right there. Okay, bud?
No.
I promise. Oh, take Zoe with you.
No.
Rye, you gonna do any curling this year?
No.
No, not yet.
Mm-mm.
Rocks are still too heavy, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about hockey, like your dad?
Yeah, I play hockey.
Nice.
Hockey camp this week.
Oh, that's fun. How's that going?
Good.
Yeah, nice. I used to go to hockey camps when I was your age. And then I quit hockey for curling like a loser.
No. Hey, you're not a loser.
You're not a loser.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. That's important to me. It's important that kids think I'm cool. How old are you now? 6? Wow. Grade 1?
Yeah.
Going into grade 1, my buddy.
Are you ready for that? Are you ready for all-day school?
Yeah, but not yet. It's not school yet.
Well, no, I know that, but I mean in a couple of weeks when you go back. You excited about all-day school? Grade 1, all day, every day?
Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome, dude.
That's more
I know. Okay, I'll be right there. Okay, buddy?
When?
About 5 minutes. Okay. We just have to finish this and then I'll be over. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, thanks for understanding, buddy. I'll see you in a
Nice to
minute.
see you, bud.
So many visitors when you do a podcast late at night with me.
Hey, I love it. To be honest, that's an exclusive. I don't know is that Riot's first podcast appearance?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So
actually, no, I think they did one.
Yeah. So you're on the ice earlier this year because of trials and stuff. Because you need to peak earlier.
Yeah. Trials is in November and normally play downs are in January, so it just looks a little bit different.
I want to talk a little bit about your year this year. Another amazing season, another one of those seasons we'll be talking about 15, 20 years from now as one of the best seasons of all time. You won more slams, you won another world title. What satisfies you the most in a season like that?
Honestly, like winning those Scotties is, they're all special. They're all like unique, the way you do it and the way that it happens, and everything has to fall in place. And then going on and being able to win back-to-back Worlds for Canada is just something that I couldn't have dreamed of before and thought possible. It's always so hard to win the Scotties first off, and then to be able to put everything together for Worlds and turn it around so quickly. It's challenging, and we did it at home in Canada, and that's great. But then going overseas so far, almost as far as we could get, without any friends and family, very different from the Worlds before. They're both so different, unique, special. Having the whole stadium just erupt for us, it was something I'll never forget. And then in South Korea, it's different. It's so special, but so different. And we could feel the love and support all the way overseas and back home. So it's honestly, it's the memories and the journey and the people that you're with that are the most special for me. And just reflecting on the things that happened and the way it happened, and some funny stories along the way. It's all a part of it, and it's so special, and stuff we'll never forget.
In some ways, is it is it easier to go overseas where you don't have all the you know, the demands for your time, I assume, are greater. Maybe you're doing more fan stuff. You, like you said, maybe you have more family and friends there. In some ways, is it a little easier to get away from that?
I don't think so. I think it's easier to be at home. I think just, you know, that extra energy in the crowd just pumping you up. You know, you don't have that same energy overseas. You're within your unit, and yeah, it feels a little bit more distant and definitely a little bit more challenging. I would say going overseas, and like this past year, obviously I had like an eye infection and like going to see a South Korean doctor, like the communication, you know, if I was here when I got home, you know, being able to have that communication, she was like, oh, I could have lasered this dye and it would have been like gone. And then you would have been able to see, like, it just would have been different, you know, like
right.
You're kind of lost over there and hoping that everything's okay.
Yeah. We saw the introduction of glasses home in Korea.
Yeah. Well, the dye was in my right eye, which is like my good eye. And it was like so big, it was like pushing on my cornea. So it was all distorted. I couldn't see out of like my good eye. So I have glasses for my left eye. So then I was like, wow, I guess I better sharpen the eye that I have. Like I could see out of both, but it was all like blurry out of my right eye.
So wait, you're saying at the Worlds you couldn't see?
No, I could see, but
but you couldn't see clearly.
No.
I feel like you haven't talked about that at all, because that feels crazy to me. I mean, you were winning a ton of games and you couldn't see.
Yeah, like it happened basically right before the Sweden game, so I was pretty worried about it. You know, it kind of came on like 2 days before. I was like, oh, my eye's pretty red, like doesn't feel good, but I'm sure it'll go away. You know, like you get like, I don't know, irritations or whatever. You're overseas, things happen. And yeah, and it just got progressively worse. And then I was like, okay, we had like maybe the morning off. So we're like, hey, if I'm going to see someone, I got to go now. Because I think we had 2 games after that. Like it would have been night, Sweden, and then 2 games. And thankfully I went, but she said, you know, there was just little communication. So they gave me, it was like a roll of medication for like the eye to get, I think, the infection under control. And then, yeah, until the dye went down, like basically by the final weekend, I could see like by the far hog line, like good.
Yeah. That's crazy.
My left eye, like it was good, and I could use my glasses to sharpen that eye. But
right, but if you're right eye dominant when you're sliding, then that still is going to pose problems for you.
Yeah.
So you were just kind of like, you were playing by feel, like you couldn't see the broom at the other end.
I could see like where it was just all blurry, or like releases at the far hog line and things like that were just like challenging. I was really scared before the Sweden game, for sure, in all honesty. But then I like was like, okay, I can do it. Like it's just different, right? You're not used to it.
Sure.
So it was like a little scary for sure. We had to win that game. We had maybe we had 2 losses already.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, we had to win. And not a good feeling that you don't have the vision that you're used to going into a game like that. So yeah, team was super supportive, and I figured it out. You know, it just changed the way you're looking and what you're looking at. And yeah, it was definitely like kind of scary. And I was worried that it would like stay. But yeah, when I got home, that's the thing is if I was at home in Canada competing, the eye doctor just said, I have a laser, I can laser it and it shrinks it. And then it doesn't press on your cornea. It doesn't distort your vision anymore. So like that would have been an option if we were in Canada and just not overseas. So just little things like that can kind of throw you off.
I mean, that feels like a big thing to me. That feels crazy. I mean, You're a freak.
Not really.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of people would not be able to curl in those circumstances, especially at a world championships.
You can curl. It's just
Well,
blurry.
okay, curl well.
Yeah, I was worried that I shouldn't be in the house. Like when you're worried about how quickly you can judge a line or how well you can see. But honestly, with the glasses and like sharpening my left eye and then just blurry, you still see. Like tons of people curl with blurry vision. It's not a big deal. It's just I wasn't used to it. So we figured it out.
That's true. It is a drinking sport, so there are quite a few people who are curling with blurry vision. You're right. That's a good point.
Yeah, sometimes it sharpens it.
Point. I wouldn't know anything about that, obviously, but yeah, I've heard that.
You got glasses. You took them off. Could you curl?
Absolutely not. I'm so blind.
Oh.
I would not be able to.
I wasn't that severe. It was
okay.
Just blurry.
Still, though, yeah. I mean, I would be like my prescription's like -6, if that means anything to you.
That's bad.
Yeah.
What's legally blind?
-6.
I felt like you were getting close.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not good. And I don't curl great with glasses on, so it's not helpful. It's not helpful anyway. But I mean, that's just crazy. I can't even believe that. And that is kind of, I think it may be indicative of you as an athlete, because I feel like other people would want to tell that story. There's like a bit of a myth making element to that story. The fact that kind of is just coming out now in August, I feel like is crazy. I mean, obviously we could see it, but I don't think anyone knew the severity of it like that.
Yeah, well, when it was blurry, then I got worried that like something was really wrong with my eye.
For sure, yeah.
Sorry?
I said for sure, yeah.
Yeah, and when I wasn't like at the doctor or like wherever I was, she was like, "Sty." Okay, like that's the translation. And then I was like, "But I can't see well out of it." Like when it's blurry, like in the morning, and then you're like you've got stuff in your eye, you get it out, like you can see fine.
Yeah.
Like waking up, then it sharpens, but like it just wouldn't. Like I was like, I can't see. She's like, no, sty. Okay. I get it. Right? Like, how do you? Yeah. There's a translator, but it's tough. Crazy. And like they were great. Like they gave me whatever medication. We made sure that it was above board.
Sure.
Yeah, and just like it cleared up like the whatever it was. But
wild.
Like the sty is honestly still there. It's like small, but it'll go down eventually.
Yeah, eventually. Let's talk about Rock League. When did you find out it was happening? How long did it take you to say yes? Are you excited about it? Tell me, because I do feel like you are probably, if not the person, certainly one of the people that the curling group would have identified that the Rock League needs to work. So how excited were you, and was it sort of like an instant yes for you? Walk me through the selection of yourself as a captain.
Yeah, it's so exciting that the Rock League, is going forward, and all the things they put in place since, like when I was talking to them about it, it was very much just, this is hypothetically, what's going to happen without many details, right? Like they have done so much in such a short amount of time. It's hard to believe like how hard they're working and making this happen. They have so many people, like really good people that care about the sport, that want to see it succeed, that are driven, like just such hardworking people getting this off the ground. And, speaking with them in just hypotheticals, everybody wants to see the sport grow and grow overseas as well. And, it's something that I think everyone is just an immediate yes. And I think the cool thing about it is that everyone involved is not just like signing a paper and like, good luck. We're all signing a paper with the intent of like, what can I do to help? Like we're all invested in trying to push this forward and see, where it can go, and the excitement around a professional league. For me as a little girl growing up, like professional leagues for women wasn't really an option. You play sports because you love it, but all the guys get the money. and it's not something that you can do and make money. You have to do this because you love it, and then also do a job on the side. So to have this option for girls, you know, to train hard, to put fitness and athletic ability at the forefront and just really push that, it's really cool to see where that can take you and where you can go with that. And there's just so many options now. Like before, it's just, you know, all of my friends, we just did it because we loved it, and that's it. You know, you also have to pay the bills and, you know, go to school and also get a job and keep this on the side. And, you know, they interfere a lot. And, you know, you're kind of jealous of all the guys' sports that, you know, they're able to see how far they can go and see how much money they can make in their sport. And it just never felt like the women were on the same level. And now we're getting there. And it's really cool to see and really cool to be a part of.
In theory, you're going to be above the men. You're the captain.
Yeah, I mean, it's not about that, I guess. It's just about being like equal, you know. I just felt like growing up, it was just like, yes, you can play sports, but it just always felt like there was more opportunity for men. And it's just exciting to see equal opportunity.
Oh, totally. I'm being a little facetious, of course, yeah. But you're like, do you want me to answer this, or are you just talking? No, I mean, I was going to ask you if it did excite you being a female captain, and you answered that before I even had a chance to ask you about it. So it's clear it means something to you. And you know, Alina mentioned that when I talked to her as well, that was something that meant a lot to her. And I do think it's really cool, and especially when you consider there's 2 Canadian teams, one being captained by a woman, one by a man. It's just exciting all around. And I'm giving everyone a chance who's been on the pod to, you know, influence the decision makers and just get it out there. Who is someone you want on your team that's like not on Team Homan as it's currently comprised, but who is someone you're hoping the curling group names to Rachel Homan's Rock League team?
They're not on my team already.
No, you can't pick anyone from your team already. That's boring.
I don't know. Like, they've talked about different things about who can be on your team and who can't. And I'm not sure like how that's going to go. So I don't know if it's like anyone in Canada, if it's like East, West, if it's, you know.
Let's say it's anyone, Rachel. Don't try to duck it's an easy question. Just tell me who you want to play with, for God's sake.
Who do you want to see me play with?
Okay, that is a good question. Who do I want to see you play with? And I love that you turn this back on me, and I do appreciate that. That's another way of you dodging the question.
I don't know. I want to know where your mind's at.
Well, I think as a Canadian curling fan, who doesn't want to see you play with your chief rival, Carrie Anerson?
Oh, okay.
Right? Some
I'd
fireworks.
love to see like a poll to see who everybody wants to see me play with.
I'll run a poll.
I like it.
Oh, okay. I'll run a poll.
Who do you think's going to win? You think Carrie?
Who do I think is going to win what?
Like the poll. Who's going to be like...
Oh, it's a good question. I mean, I guess who would win the poll? I feel like people would also want to see you, you know, team up with some of the top male talent. I feel like you and Dunny is like kind of a natural, fun pair.
Yeah, or my mixed doubles partner,
Brendan Botcher.
Seems like a more natural pair.
Well, what? Just because you decided to play with him?
I guess.
We've already seen it. I've seen it. I've seen you and Brendan. Yeah, and it was good. It was great. Yeah. We hung out in Beau Vegas, the 3 of us. We had a great time.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many good players. Like, how do you pick one?
I know it's going to be very difficult for TCG, and that's why I was giving you the chance to pick someone, and you declined. So guess what? If you get stuck with someone you don't want, that's not on me.
It's my fault.
That is your fault. I will say this: if Emma ends up on Brad Jacobs' team, how personal is that going to get? How badly are you going to want to beat her?
Not personal. No.
Well, I feel like you guys have been best friends and teammates for so long. You wouldn't want to have the win on her.
No, I'm always going to want to see her do well. So it's not going to be personal. I'm going to try a different question.
What?
I feel like I hope that I get one of my teammates. Do you think I'm going to?
Yes, I think you'll get at least one of your teammates.
Ears open. That's my request. I want anyone teammates.
Yeah, okay.
I answered the question I wanted to answer.
Yeah, you did a good job, actually. You turned that around real nice on me. I appreciate that.
Ceases. I'm in.
See, yeah, you've got the interrogation style down. I mean, I didn't mean personal like bad. Anyway, whatever. Let's talk about your current.
We can pretend.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Yeah.
We'll make it exciting for TV.
I think that's what the people would want.
We'll both with boxing gloves, I think.
Oh, I mean, that's I think a different section of the audience that might want that. But I will say that like this is just me speaking. If I had played with someone my entire life and then I was in a high stakes competition against them, that's like someone I would want to beat, and not in like an angry way, just like I don't want my best friend to beat me. I guess you and I are built different.
Yeah, it's just tough because I don't agree.
Okay, fine. We'll move on. Let's talk about your team, since that's apparently all you can talk about.
We can talk about other teams if you want.
No. I do want to talk about your team because we have brought this up already, but the Olympics are, of course, we're in an Olympic year, and fair to say, not you haven't had the Olympic success that you have wanted so far in your career. And so does that change the process of preparing this time around? Like, what are you taking from the previous quads as your approach in this sort of 2026, this big season coming up?
Yeah, I don't think the past really kind of dictates where we are right now. Different teams, it was, quite a while ago, different discipline even. Yeah, I think where we're at right now is where we want to be. We've got 4 people all pulling in the same direction, all with the same goal. And, it's sport at the end of the day, anything can happen. And that's what makes it so exciting. So, we know what we need to do to peak at certain times as a team with, this 5-some we have with Rochelle Brown. And, we're going to do same thing for trials, and then hopefully, if successful, then hopefully rinse and repeat, and same thing kind of going to the Olympics and treating them like, we have every spiel with this team.
Got it. I want to talk a little bit after the last Olympics in 2022. You had this very heartfelt post, and you talked about how you felt like maybe you let Canada down. Obviously, that's not the case, but that was a place that you were in after the last Olympics. Has the last couple of years changed that for you a little bit? I mean, you've brought home 2 world championships for Canada. You're the #1 team in the world. I think people are looking at your team as one of the best women's teams of all time. Has that kind of gotten you into a place where you feel a little better about everything?
What we've done the last couple of years is great. And, I think it's all a part of the journey. And I think, how I felt in that moment, and, the circumstances around COVID and everything, it still stands true. That's, how I felt in the moment. And, I'm a competitive person. I'm always going to want to do my best for Canada. And we gave it our all, and it wasn't good enough. And it does feel like you've let Canada down. Again, we were so far away, and with COVID, it made it feel even like a million miles farther away, and all the things that, the hoops and everything you had to jump through, and just everything, being a new mom. I think that's just a part of it. It's part of the journey. It's a hard thing to go through, and had so much support, and talked to lots of people about it, and you just learn from that moment and recognize the situation and everything that made it culminate to that point is is just what it is what it was, I guess. And, you just move forward and you take that experience and, you learn from it and just work on trying to get better every year in the sport. And, you're going to grow and evolve. And yeah, I think there was a lot of things that made that challenging for sure. And, the previous Olympics not going well either. It's hard to feel like, you're representing your country. And even at Worlds, in the past where we haven't succeeded, it's hard. You get a medal, but you want to bring back that gold for Canada. And, all those experiences and things and, life lessons, we were able to put that together, the four of us, in these last couple of years. And it's just an unbelievable feeling to be able to win for Canada. We love curling in Canada, and it was so exciting the last couple of years for sure.
You're saying the word journey a lot. Is that something that's come newer to you as you're getting older, you're having kids? Is that something you've learned to appreciate more in the last, let's say, 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, probably. I would say in the last 10 years, just seeing it for what it is. It's not about one achievement or one loss. But of course, like in those moments, it's going to be so exciting, top of the world. And then another moment, you feel like a failure and you pick yourself up and you keep going. It's how many times you can keep getting back up and, keep learning and keep trying to do better the next day, the next year, whatever it might be. And, it wouldn't be what it is if there wasn't, you wouldn't be as good as you are without all those lessons and those tough losses. And I'm thankful that my career has been as long as it has been, so that I've been able to, take those losses and turn them into success. It's been an awesome ride, and hopefully we can continue.
I hope so too. Just a couple more. You're talking about these last couple of years, and as someone who has watched you basically for your entire career, I do think, as far as what we see on the ice, we're seeing the best Rachel Homan we've ever seen. And I want you to talk to me a little bit about Tracy Fleury, and has she had something to do with that? What has she sort of unlocked for you? Because I was actually looking at some old tweets today of when you guys first announced the team, and there was a lot of, I don't see those two as a pair. They seem like a strange mix. And it seems like it's been an unbelievable mix for the two of you, and you're just working so well together. Tell me a little bit about what Tracy Fleury has sort of done for you as a player and for the team in general.
Yeah, I think, when we brought her on, she was the number one team in Canada. I'm not great with stats. Could be the world. I don't know. But she was number one in a lot of things. She's a great player. So I think adding someone like that to your team, all of your percentages are going to go up. If she's always making a pile of shots. I've played against her forever, and she's always been phenomenal. And so just adding a player like that, and her personality too, she's so easy to talk to. She's very logical and thinks through things, and doesn't just go with whatever you say. It's really it's been an awesome getting to know her. As a teammate, I've only known her playing against her, and I never got that from her. I just assumed she's just so happy-go-lucky and just she'll just go with whatever the flow. But she'll fight for what she thinks is the right thing to do, and I love that. It's been awesome getting to know her, and she's just such a great player, super smart, really strategically thinks through things. And it's just been such a good addition to the team. The game changed with 5 rock rule. There's a bit more tactics involved and more rocks in play, and bigger shots happening earlier. And so, for us, we thought it would be a weapon to have, 4 back end players. And it's proved to be true. He's so much involved in sweeping, and they have to know exactly, where it can or can't be. And, that communication has to be sound, and there's not a lot of time to communicate extra, to make a shot really good. So if everybody knows the plan, then it just makes it that much easier. So I think it's been nice to have 4 back end players. I think that's the first time we've had that on our team. And I think really that's been a big difference maker in our game.
Very well said. Love that answer. I will allow you to dodge this question without any badgering from me if you want. Okay. But I also love a scoop here on the Broom Brothers. So last year we saw you with 45 different coaches. You had Brendan Botcher, then he had to leave for playing with Brad Gujou. Then you had a million coaches at the Slams. Then you ended up with Jennifer Jones. Who's the coach of Team Homan next year?
That is a great question. I think my team would kill me. I could tell you that we have a coach.
Okay. I mean, I know.
You do?
Yeah.
You know who our coach is?
I have a guess. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I know everything.
Jeez. I don't even know if I want you to guess, because I'm just going to laugh no matter what. And people are going to be like, oh, that's it. Oh, no, that's not it.
Okay. Well,
I feel like you probably heard it through a birdie at work.
Who's to say?
Are you guessing, or do you actually know?
I guessed, and then I was told I was right.
Ugh. All right. Well, then now you can't say.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't know if you were allowed to. When can we know? When can we know? When are we going to know?
I just got back from vacation, so my inbox is full, and I haven't read anything.
Yeah.
But
I
honestly,
like the idea that you don't know who the coach is. I haven't checked my emails. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, my inbox is always full, so vacation's not an excuse. I rarely check them.
Okay.
I'm a phone call person.
I've noticed that, actually.
Yeah.
Is it a new coach? Can you tell me that?
Oh, okay.
All you said was you have a coach. Can you tell me, do you have a new coach?
What if we do a poll?
Why is everything a poll all of a sudden?
Because I want to know what the people say.
Okay, so you want the people to guess who the coach would be?
Sure, yeah.
Or you just want the poll to be, do you think Team Homan has a new coach, or do you think the coach is still Jennifer Jones?
Sure, we could do both.
Okay, we'll do both. We'll just see what the people think.
I want to see what the people want.
Yeah. Okay.
See if they can guess it. I'm really excited.
I'm excited for you. I think it's a good fit.
Yeah.
Now,
it'd be awesome.
It is early, but I have asked other captains this on the pod. You've talked about the longevity of your curling career. Are you going another quad after this one?
Haven't. I mean, obviously I've thought about it a little bit, but I just feel like it's not something you can really decide going into the last year of a quad. I think kids has to do with it. I think, sure. Friends and family, and there's a lot of factors in allowing you to curl or not curl. And, with this Rock League starting up, that's super exciting. And if we can, if this takes off, and awesome. And I hope to be able to curl for another quad for sure.
If you won a gold medal, would it change that answer?
No, I think, in this moment, win or lose, I would like to play another quad. But there's so many other factors that go into it that, and, when those factors change, then, maybe your answer changes too, and how you feel about it. So, I would love to be involved with curling for longer. longer than just 1 more year.
I would love it too. I'd love to watch you for another quad. So I'll just put it out there right now. And look, you know what? We'll take a poll. We'll take a poll and we'll see if the people want Rachel Homan to play another quad. We'll take a poll.
Just call me with the answers. Don't email me.
I will absolutely call you with the answers. And I think the only no's will be the other Canadian women who are tired of losing to you. And I guess that doesn't have to be Canadian. It can be international as well. Rachel, thank you so much. This was a blast. I know it was a lot with being at kids' bedtime and everything, and you've got another trip coming up and everything, but we do appreciate you doing the show and looking forward to seeing you in just about a month from now.
Yeah, exciting. Thank you so much for having me, and sorry about all the interruptions. It's always a circus over here.
Great to meet Rye, and great to see the truck slowly drive through your backyard. Fans, stay tuned. Lots of polls incoming on the Broom Brothers social media. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Blue Sky. We're on all the things. If you want to watch a video of this episode and see that truck slowly roll through Rachel Homan's backyard, you can also see that on our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will be back very soon with, I believe, a very special edition of Broom Brothers that I would have to dodge the question of if I was asked about it, but it does pertain to the first slam of the year, and I'm very excited about it. So stay tuned for that. Thank you again, Rachel. Thanks to you for listening, and we will see you back here very soon. Goodbye.